Still ahead tonight on Time Warner Cable 8 News at 7, Spielberg, Kubrick, Scorsese, Carlson will meet up with an up-and-coming young filmmaker in our VIP Chautauqua after the break. Be right back. Time now for our VIP Chautauqua with Cable 8's James Reed, and tonight, part 2 of our profile of aspiring young filmmaker Travis Carlson, who recently released his first feature-length film.
Obviously, these Hollywood blockbusters, they've got money to burn.
Oh my God!
Does it force you to be a little more creative when you're working on a budget of $0 and 0 cents?
Absolutely. You're kind of just looking around yourself, saying, "What do we have right now that we can make a good, So, the villain needs a vehicle. What's it going to be? My mom's truck, or my dad's truck, or somebody else's vehicle?" And I could go through a million examples, but that's just one.
Now, were the action sequences tough to film, or was that a challenge? Or?
I don't know. I'd say they're really fun to film. I would almost say they're easier to film when you're dealing with young high school people, because, getting one of my buddies up on a four-wheeler and like, okay, we're going to chase, and you just need to film it, and like, that's exciting. But when you have the same, energy-driven people, sometimes when they're doing their lines, they're a little less excited to do it. But our memorization process is the person who's behind the camera or whoever's off camera reads the line. So I would say to you, "Tom, I need your help," and then you would say the line back to me, so just mimicking how I do it. And, and I find that's easier. Our first movie, we tried like memorizing scenes, and I could see where that would make an advantage in the future, but not at the level and the speed we were trying to go at.
Now, as you may recall, the Codex is based on a popular book of the same title. I asked Travis if he had any plans to share his adaptation with the author.
Yeah, it's Douglas Preston, and I'm really proud of it, and I'm not ashamed, and in no way do I feel like I'm trying to infringe on the author or anything. So I sent him an email right when I finished and said, your book was just so inspiring to me, and I loved it so much. It drove a group of 12 kids to make a movie for 4 years through thick and thin, and and it was worth it, and it created a really exciting book and story that was adapted to a movie. So,
as to Carlson's future plans, it probably goes without saying that there's definitely more filmmaking in store.
Yeah, I almost couldn't see myself not working in film. It's I love it so much. I'm always trying to do it. If you ask me how I want to spend my free time, if it's not making a movie or writing a movie or a story or a script, then I don't know. It must be watching a movie.
Right.
All right, thanks, James. Now, if you'd like to see more of Travis's work, you can look him up online. Just go to youtube.com and do a search for his username as listed there on the screen.